Brian Johnson is a vampire who's trying to live to 120, so he's spending like millions of dollars making himself live longer, which is cool, and I like his message of, you know, don't die and don't eat processed food. But he tends to eat like loads of vegetables and seeds and stuff, and no meat. He's no animal products, I don't think, from what I've seen. So he's not doing himself any favors. So we're just going to react to a few different videos of his like lunch and stuff to see what he recommends.
I've been spending millions of dollars for the past 3 years working to slow my speed of aging. In doing this, my team and I have looked at the scientific evidence and we've tried to design the perfect diet. One where every calorie...
Right, so why are you eating pills then? At some point I heard that he has eaten 100 pills a day or something, like he uses 100 pills a day. That is ridiculous. Like, you know that that's ridiculous, but the definition of a diet that doesn't have everything you need is that you need to take pills, right? So if you have a diet that is perfectly optimal for you, you don't need to take anything else. You just eat the diet, right? That's supplementation. Supplementation is something that you can't get normally. And he's eating 100 pills a day, so obviously he's not doing something right.
Has had to fight for its life. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite meals called Super Veggie.
Ugh, this is painful.
It's a delicious way to get
No, it's not.
so many of your vegetables. Chef Jamie's going
Why do you need vegetables?
to show you how you can prepare it in 20 minutes time. I eat this every day.
20 minutes as well. That's a long time. You know, like in the morning, say for example, you've got to go to school, college or whatever, you don't have 20 minutes to make.
It's one of my most favorite moments.
10 minutes probably max.
You're going to love it. To start, weigh and chop your raw vegetables.
Don't say he puts raw vegetables in it,
First,
please.
take cauliflower for anti-inflammatory and fiber. Chop into...
You don't need fiber, and it won't cause any anti-inflammatory effects. It will just inflame you because we're not supposed to eat vegetables. We're not designed to break down them with the enzymes we've got.
To small pieces totaling 150 grams. Do the same with your broccoli. This time total...
Broccoli isn't even real. It is a wild form of cabbage that has been crossbred over time by humans. It is man-made, and we can't use anything in it.
250 grams. Broccoli is for antioxidants, bowel health, and fiber.
Again, we don't need fiber. It does not affect our bowel health or anything like that. Well, that's due to the fiber, but it actually makes it worse, fiber. And the antioxidants, we don't need antioxidants. We don't need anything like that. We just need the essential nutrients which you get from meat.
Now you've got your broccoli and cauliflower.
Fantastic.
Measure out
What a lovely meal.
50 grams of either shiitake or maitake mushrooms for immune system health.
I mean, mushrooms in the wild will literally kill you.
1 peeled clove of garlic for heart and immune health.
It's got nothing to do with that, but okay.
And 3 grams of ginger for a variety of benefits, including liver, pancreas, artery health, and digestion.
You know, the one thing that will help your liver get better is reduce things like fructose and everything like that. But maybe just eat liver. Eat some liver and it'll give you all the nutrients you need in copious amounts, including vitamin A, because there's so much in it. And that will give you everything you need, so you don't have to eat anything else that will intoxify your liver.
Chop your garlic and ginger and keep them aside for later. Next, boil the broccoli, cauliflower,
at least he's cooking it, right?
and mushroom.
Because if you eat it raw, then you just don't even. When you boil it, it just cooks all of like the anti-nutrients and all like the toxic chemicals within inside the vegetables. Because every single plant is trying to kill you. The only way they can defend themselves is by chemical warfare. They can't attack you, they can't scratch you or anything, so they've got to produce chemicals to try and make you not eat them because they want to survive and reproduce. So boiling them, cooking them is essentially like killing them, which is good.
Together for 7 to
There'll still be anti-nutrients and toxic chemicals, but it won't be as prominent.
9 minutes until fairly soft. The base of your super veggie will be 150
I like the wooden bowl though. Is it wooden? Whatever this material is? Not plastic, essentially.
grams of
He is very against plastics, which is really good.
cooked black lentils for protein and fiber.
You know what? First of all, you can't absorb the protein. It's not complete protein. You can only get proper protein from animal sources. But I do like the way how he explains everything. So he says like, this is good for this reason, or this is good for that reason, because a lot of people don't. They just say, oh yeah, eat dark chocolate. Full stop. Like, okay, and?
Take your boiled broccoli, cauliflower, and mushrooms and add them to your base of lentils. There are a few more ingredients to make your super veggie complete. Add 1 tablespoon of cumin for inflammation, liver, and pancreas health. 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds for healthy omega-6 and 3.
You can't absorb any of those omega-6s. The point is, this is bird food. Like, seeds are bird food. You give seeds to birds. We're not supposed to eat them. If you go into a shop and look at bird feed, it's the exact same thing as this. It's like, it's not made for us. And they're the most offended part of the plant as well. So that's where you're going to get most of the toxins.
Add the chopped ginger and garlic you put aside earlier. Add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar for blood sugar and taste.
What's it got to do with your blood sugar? How does it... The only thing it'll do is spike it, which you don't want.
I also add
Due to the apple.
1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to
As long as it's not cooked.
every...
When you cook fruit oils, they become more like seed oils. So eating it because they have a very high linoleic acid content. But when it's not cooked, it's not as bad. It's still got linoleic acid. You might as well just use butter.
meal I eat for its incredible whole body benefits. You've now
Okay, right. That was kind of a cop-out.
completed Super Veggie. Good job!
Yay!
Eating this can take me up to 34 minutes. I know, I've timed it. So sometimes I do a blended version. It's just as delicious and
Oh yeah, it looks looks scrumptious.
takes less time to eat. Because let's be honest, we all have things to do. For this version, toss your prepared Super Veggie and a little water into a blender. Blend until smooth. Whether blended
It just doesn't look appetizing though, does it? You know, like compared to something like meat, like a steak, you look at a steak and it just looks appetizing. You know what I mean? This does, like, look at that. It just doesn't need, nothing looks appetizing. You think in like nature, say an animal wanted to eat something and it didn't look good and it didn't taste good, they'd be like, oh yeah, I just won't eat that then, because it just doesn't make sense. Our mouths and our noses, even our eyes, have just been, over time, over millions of years, they've been designed to say, you can eat that, no, don't eat that, do eat this, don't eat that. And we just inherently know, until you get like artificial things, you know, like Fruit Loops and all that kind of stuff, and you've got like loads of colouring and loads of additives to make it good. But this is like natural stuff, and it doesn't look nice, it doesn't look appetizing, so why should we eat it? We should only eat things that look good and taste good and smell good, that have not been messed with at all. So like meat, I mean, I know you've got like grain-fed cows and everything, so it's not perfect, but just like naturally in the wild, you would go after an animal. You just know for a fact that you kill an animal and you'd have to feed off that. You couldn't live off of this type of nutrition. And this is because it's not nutrition, there's no nutrition in it. And that's why he's got to live off 100 pills a day. It's just not ideal.
or chopped, you can top with some new salt, a sodium-free salt substitute.
You don't really need salt. You get the perfect amount of salt in meat.
Super Veggie makes me super happy, and it will for you too.
Oh, yay. Right, let's move on to this one. Is dessert. His dessert looks a little bit nice, so that looks quite appealing. So we'll see what he has to say.
I started a product that designed end up in a blender. Here it is
The Nutty Pudding, okay. It's an outrageous title.
delicious. Today, Chef Jamie is going to show you how you can make this dish in 7 minutes or less,
Okay.
and you're going to love it. Everything will end up in a blender. Here's what you will need. Half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon.
Guy loves his
This
cinnamon. Too much cinnamon is very toxic.
is for blood sugar, liver, and pancreas health. A teaspoon of ground flax seeds for omega-3.
You can't absorb the omega-3 from anything apart from fish. That's the only thing that you can get proper omega-3s from. It's a different type of omega-3. These flax seeds, my mum used to use, I still think she uses them as well. Flax seeds are just not good. They're just seeds. As I said, bird feed. It's just pointless. There's no protein in it that you can use. There's no, what did he say before? There's no, whatever you can use, there's none of it.
Here's what you will need. Half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. This is for blood sugar, liver, and pancreas health. A teaspoon of ground flax seeds for omega-3.
Oh yeah, you can't use the omega-3s, you just cannot use it. So essentially all you're left with is just inflammatory seeds that are not made for humans.
Digestive and heart health. 1 teaspoon of sunflower lecithin for phospholipids and as a safe choline source.
Amazing.
2 teaspoons of ground walnuts for omega-3 and
Again,
brain
you
health.
can't use the omega-3 and they're not good for your brain because they're inflammatory and we can't digest nuts properly because they are the most defended part of the plant and they are pure toxin. It's like almonds. They have, when you crush them up, when you grind them in your teeth, the outer shell has a lot of cyanide in it and a pound of almonds will kill you. It's a lethal dose. No nut is made for you. Why do you think, why do you think people have nut allergies? Like, what animal in the animal kingdom is allergic to the food they eat? Nobody is allergic to meat. Make sense?
Add a quarter cup of berries for antioxidants and polyphenols for
You
cognition.
don't need polyphenols, they're not an essential nutrient. You need those antioxidants. Strawberries is the only good thing here, but again, it's a plant. It'll spike your blood sugar, there's a lot of fructose in it, and it's like, fruit's not the worst thing. Out of all the plants in the world, fruit is probably the best. However, there's just no real benefit to it. Tastes really good, but you know, this is not what strawberries actually look like in the wild, what they used to look like, because they've been crossbred, and now they're just like full of sugar and really easy to eat, whereas before they used to be like really small. If you look up an original strawberry, it was like that small, and there was basically no fruit in it. And it was full of seeds. But now it's been crossbred and it's way sweeter, and that's why we can get so much fructose from it. And it'd be seasonal as well, so we wouldn't have access to it.
And 3
And
cherries
you'd have to be in the right country.
for anti-inflammatory, sleep, and joint health. For berries, choose between strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, or blueberries. Then add 3
I mean,
tablespoons
the same with all those as well.
of ground macadamia nuts
Again,
for
you don't need nuts.
healthy fats and omega-9.
Not healthy fats. The only healthy fats you can get is saturated fats. I know that goes against everything you heard, but unsaturated fats is when you get a lot of linoleic acid, and linoleic acid causes you to burn more easily, and it leads to clogging of your arteries. It is not saturated fat. That has been a demonized lie by the sugar companies, by like things like Kellogg's and whatever, because of a man named Ansel Keys. Ansel Keys did a 7-nation study, and he basically faked the study and cherry-picked the data, and you can look it up if you want to. I've done a whole video on it. It's called Why Seed Oils Are Bad or something like that. It was a while ago. By explaining that why unsaturated fats are the problem. Saturated fats are good. That's what we've been eating for millions of years. If we're talking about Homo sapiens, hundreds of thousands of years. And in an egg, it has a ton of saturated fat. Literally, the birth of life has saturated fat. Mother's milk has saturated fat.
1/4 of a Brazil nut for selenium, and pour in
There's
50
a lot of selenium in it, actually. I wouldn't say Brazil nuts. I can't remember. I was just like eating a bag, you know, like I ate probably about 10 in one go, which I shouldn't have done. And I went really dizzy. Like, I was with my mum at the time, and we'd come back from like a wedding, and we were driving down this road, like, you know, completely nowhere. Like, we didn't really know where we were, and I don't think we had like signal access or anything, you know, like internet signal. And we were driving down this road, and suddenly I just went, whoa, Mum, I feel really, really weird. And I went like all shaky and stuff, and I got outside the car, and I was literally like this, and I was almost out of touch with everything. And it's because, I don't know if it's the selenium or something else. There's something else in Brazil nuts. Let me look it up. What's in Brazil nuts? Let's see. I think it is selenium. Yeah. Unsaturated fats as well. But yeah, I think it's the selenium, and I think it is the selenium that made me feel so weird, but I've never felt a feeling like that. And of course you don't get that from meat, so it's just a sign. From then on, I only ate like 1 Brazil nut at a time, and now I just don't eat anything. And it could have been the like shells that come off, you know, like the little brown bit, of the shells that could have like gone in my throat, and I was sort of breathing that in, and it's just, ugh, it was horrible. But yeah, that doesn't happen with real food, so just don't eat nuts.
to 100 milliliters of nut milk, depending upon...
Why? Oh, like, you had the opportunity to have one nutritious thing, which is milk. Even raw milk, you could get to that point and get unbelievable amount of nutrition. But no, you choose almond milk. There's no milk in almonds. Like, what? How have people reached this conclusion that almond milk is better than real milk? It is like cow's milk, goat's milk, whatever, is the closest thing we have to breast milk. And breast milk, literally, it is created in a human. Like, the point is, we drink it. Like, I feel so sorry for the people who grew up on, you know, like formula milk. I was lucky enough for my mum to actually feed me breast milk, which is good because that's why I've developed better than a lot of people. Lots of people just get really deficient in nutrients because they're just full of, like, the formula they feed them is full of like seed oils and everything, and it's like got a ton of sugar, so they get addicted to it, and it's not got any of the actual nutrition you need. And then they grow up and then they drink almond milk. There's no milk in almonds. What's the other one? Is it like, Soy milk. Yeah, there's no milk in like, where are you getting the milk from? It doesn't make sense to me. It's just pure chemical, pure sugar.
Consistency you like. I prefer 50 milliliters. Finish with 60 milliliters of pomegranate juice for antioxidants and heart health.
Pomegranate juice, just say, is like pure sugar.
Finally,
Spike
transfer
your insulin and mess up your hunger signal and your ghrelin and your leptin. Your leptin makes you full. That is blocked, so now you are just hungry. So you'll want more and more and more, leading to overconsumption, which is not good.
everything into a blender. Mix on high for about 2 minutes until foamy. Pour into a dish and assemble your toppings. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds for omega-3 and fiber.
Omega-3, we don't need the, well, it's not the right form of omega-3, and what did he say, polyphenols, we don't need them. Is that what you said, polyphenols? Whatever the other thing was, we don't need them. Not an essential nutrient.
30 to 60 grams of pea protein.
Okay, you can't absorb that protein, fantastic.
And finally, a 1/4 cup of berries.
Amazing.
The
Blood sugar spike.
saddest moment of my day
Was looking at that. It's just, there's nothing in it. If they had the milk in it, then it'd be like, okay, at least there's something, but there's nothing. That's why he's got to have so much medication. Otherwise, his health would just be well out of check. Again, I love what he's doing. I respect the grind as to making himself live longer and trying to show that to other people by making these videos. It's fantastic, but that's just not nutrition right there. It's just not. Now, I've got one more video. I don't know if this is very good because I skimmed through it and it's like, I think it's just an advertisement for his blueprint thing. But yeah, like, why do we need to take pills? Like, what the hell? Let's see. Oh, hang on. Might have some in here.
and other side effects.
Looks like more vegetables.
After consuming longevity mix and the pills, I'll work out for an hour, and then it's time for my favorite breakfast, which is super veggie. This is
Oh
freshly
yeah,
made
this is the
with
super veggie. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, and he's got powder.
I'm working on for 6 months. We are trying to figure out how to help you get a clinically relevant dose of 300 grams a day of vegetables. This has beets, avocado.
Why do you want that?
That's processed food.
That's how you'll look if
not
you eat
pro-
loads of vegetables.
Processed. It's not
You will
bad.
look like a vampire. I mean, he doesn't look healthy. He looks good, but he doesn't look healthy. You know, like, I don't know how to. This is what loads of people on the internet say he looks like a vampire because he's like alive, but like it's just a bit weird. If he fixed up his diet, it'd be so good, so good. Like he's optimized everything, and the only thing that he needs to fix is his diet.
It's just as good as eating the whole thing. We're in the final stages of approving
Again,
the
no hate to him because he's spreading a fantastic message. It just annoys me.
formulation, so stay tuned. I hope it comes out soon. Also, many people wonder, are put as whole foods. With every meal, I have 1 tablespoon or 15 ml of extra virgin olive oil that meet our 6 criteria on high-grade premium extra virgin olive oil. If it doesn't meet the criteria, it's not going to do in the body what you hope it to do.
Okay, so he was actually just explaining these videos we just watched. But yeah, olive oil, you don't need it, just eat actual fat, proper saturated fat from animal products like butter, tallow, ghee, fantastic, tastes way better for a reason, and it's just got a ton of linoleic acid in, especially if you heat it up. So if you cook with it, it turns into a seed oil and it's terrible for you. That was Brian Johnson. He's got the right idea, just he needs to fix up his diet, implement more animal products, and he will be chilling. And the first link in the description will take you to my community where I've just uploaded a new video in the Elite Protocol about what I eat and how to eat it. So I show you exactly what I eat and how to go about eating it, like what foods exactly to buy. Basically give you the actionable steps to implement into your life rather than just explain it. You know, people just explain what it is and why it's good and stuff. I actually show you how to do it. Like, I know it's not easy, especially if you're like in high school, in college, in uni, a job or something. You might not be able to cook in time, you might not be able to afford things. So this is exactly what I do currently as my diet. So that's the first link in the description. I'll see you over there. Good night.